Hey, what's up, everybody? Close of another day. Except it's a little bit lighter out than normal. You can tell summer's coming. Stays light out longer, and that's cool by my book. So today we're going to talk about barbecue restaurants. One of the things that come up working at a barbecue joint, people come in from lots of different places and they say, "Hey, have you tried?" And then they name a barbecue joint. So I have compiled a list, which I don't really know off the top of my head because that's why I made the list, so I didn't have to remember. But something that I am going to do this summer is start visiting different barbecue places and telling all you guys how everything is. So on my list, a gentleman said he's from Rochester. Dinosaur Barbecue up there is pretty good. Kiss Barbecue in New York. Plenty of places in the Carolinas. A gentleman came in from Texas, and he said he was just east, I think, of a number of places that were really good. Invited us down to check that place out, or check his place out, and we'd go check out the different barbecue joints. Locally, we have 3 other places that I would say are dedicated barbecue joints. So you have Federal Hill, and I'm not sure if they are open. And maybe, just kind of looking at the sun setting, maybe I should turn around and check out the sunset. That's always a nice sight here. Erie, Pennsylvania, Presque Isle. I forget. I saw a T-shirt. I've read it in a couple places. Erie has like the number 3 best sunset in the United States. I don't really know how you measure that. I'm going to have to take people's word on it. They say it has something to do with the water specifically. If that's true, that's cool. I like it. And it's funny, as we're riding along here, I can kind of feel that I didn't strap on my helmet, and the one end is flapping around. So although you can't see it, we shall see if I can successfully strap down this helmet with one hand. If I can't by the time I get to this light, I'll have the occasion to have both hands free. Oh, look at that, huh? Right? Do I have it almost? Am I lugging the engine a little bit? All right, I think I got it. And I do. So there you go. Helmet successfully strapped on. One-handed. So back to barbecue joints. In the city, 3 other places that I would consider actual barbecue joints in Erie, Pennsylvania. Number 1, Federal Hill. I don't know if they're open. Number 2, 3B's Saloon. I heard they weren't open. I don't know if they are. And number 3, Dickey's Barbecue. That one is definitely a chain. And I'm pretty sure if any of these places are open, that is the one that's going to be open. So locally, 3B's I know well. So 3B's, before I started working out Underdog BBQ, I used to go there pretty frequently. Federal Hill, you know, on the show, they said Federal Hill was the place to meet, and I still hear it is a place to meet, and I still have never had it. I know the style, I understand the style very well. Dickey's I've had. They're okay. Yeah, I said it. They're okay. You know, if you have a hankering for barbecue and you don't want to make it, and Dickey's is what you can get, yeah, you can probably should go. If you want to learn and make it yourself, you can probably put out a little bit better quality. Just saying. Underdog does not cook in any of those styles when we set out to create barbecue in Erie at Underdog. We specifically intended to not copy a style. We just made our own. So we talk a lot about that early on in the podcast. The link will be in the description for that. But we kind of a style uniquely our own, and that's okay. And that's kind of the funny thing that we found in the barbecue world, right? As people come in, they'll say, this isn't good barbecue. Well, yeah, I can get that. Because what I found out, unless people specifically travel for barbecue, what they believe is good barbecue is usually where they're from or what they've been exposed to. And so for a lot of people, what is good barbecue is really a subjective or relative thing. Now, on the other hand, for those folks that come in and say, hey, we've been a lot of different places, check those guys out. Riders out riding. At least they're not out rioting. So, the people that have been around and checked out the different places, when they come in and say, man, this is really good, this is really unique, I've been around to all these places and I like this the best so far, well, that definitely tends to mean something, because it's not like they have exposure to a very limited number of styles, which I won't say makes them an expert, it just makes them experienced in a lot of the flavors. And what you like is what you like, so that's kind of the thing about food in general. Who's the best? Well, that's kind of a subjective question. Who's the best? Probably the best you can do is get everybody to cook in a singular style or smoke in a singular style and see who's the best at that particular way of doing it. And even then, there's some float to that. So pinning down who's actually the best is really tough. Is Underdog award-winning? Sure is, right? We got, spoiler alert, if you were going to watch the show. I think you should still watch the show, but I'll tell you, we took 2 first-place trophies at last year's local Rib Fest, which was pretty cool. Maybe at some point I'll leave the camera rolling when I get to Underdog, and I'll go in there and show you guys all the trophies. We were supposed to go back this year, except COVID-19 hit and Rib Fest got canceled. Originally it was going to be pushed to September, and that would have been okay. As it turns out, I probably could have gone, but that's okay. As it turns out, the September date also fell through. That didn't work out. So we're going to pick back up next year. We'll have to go back and defend the title. So that should be fun. I actually knew what I was going to run with when I knew what I was going to run with when we went back. I still know. What they don't tell you in the show is that I had planned a recipe, and when we got to the day or just before we had to turn in the ribs, we didn't have any of the ingredients, and so we had to come up with something on the fly. So what we actually turned in wasn't even what I had wanted to turn in. It was a very cut down version of what I had planned to turn in. It is a really oversimplified version. So it's pretty easy. I'll get to turn in what I think we should have turned in. And then, even then, I have something that I think could even be better than that. So I got options. We'll see. But barbecue joints, there's around this area, there is over the Ohio border, Breakwall. I heard they just opened up dine-in seating, and man, their business is through the roof. They actually had to modify their hours because they couldn't keep up with the demand. So that's pretty impressive. Shows you how much people want to get back out and get back to normal. I think there's a place in Meadville called, I want to say it's Meadville, Wild Hog Barbecue. I think Christine from the show, last I knew, that's where she landed. I'm unclear if she's still there or not. And I don't know if they run year-round or if they're just kind of a seasonal thing, so I want to check that place out. There's a list. I'll go through the list that I have, and I'll get them posted in the comments. I kind of got the list all over the place. I should gather all the things I've written down and put them into one place. But I'll definitely put what I can find down in the description. I don't know. Lots of places that I want to visit. Most of them south of here. And maybe not on this channel. Perhaps on a different channel, I'll bring everybody in and we can kind of do a review. That's part of the things that we're going to do on the podcast itself. I think we might add another component to that, and do it in a separate channel beyond this one. But how about you guys out there? I am always interested in checking out new barbecue places. So if you have a recommendation, put it down in the comments. I'd love to take a look at what you guys love. And maybe I'll sit down with everybody and say, hey, some of these places are really close. We should go check them out. Or who knows, if we're opening up new Underdogs and there are other local places nearby, we'll go check them out while we're visiting those other locations, right? I know that's a big ask in the community. We get tons of, are you franchising type questions, so more to come on that one. Another cool thing about Underdog BBQ, we've got some new sauce options coming online. I don't have a date just yet. I can tell you you're going to love what's coming out. So stay tuned for that. The only reason that we don't have them out already is just because COVID-19 hit, kind of put a stop to all of that. We're excited to get some things new on the table and new out to Underdog Nation. So if you're gonna check out Underdog BBQ, you can mainly follow Underdog BBQ at two places: the Underdog BBQ Facebook page and the UnderdogBBQ.com website. Between those two places, you're going to find all the info that you need to know about what's going on in the world of Underdog. You can catch some good, you can grab our sauces, grab our rubs, apparel as well. So check that out when you get a chance. Links will be in the description. And that is all for today, folks. So if you like this video or want to hear more about when I expand on this particular topic, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ding that bell so you know when I am releasing content. If you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. And with that, this is Cowboy Mike. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye now.